dope girls, yeah, it's a podcast. Two dope girls, yeah, we speaking all facts. Two dope girls, yeah, we got it, just relax. Two dope girls, hit like, subscribe that. Two dope girls, and we on it, never slack. Two dope girls, and we got each other back. Two dope girls, and we coming for the cash.
Two dope girls, and we all about a bag.
Dope girls, dope.
All right. Yes, two dope girls. Welcome back.
Welcome back, you guys.
Thank you for coming back to kick it with us once again for episode 25.
25.
I know it feels like I just love it here.
We're vets in the game.
I know. I feel like a vet in the game. You
know.
I know. I feel like we got a long way to go, but we're getting there. We're being
consistent,
very consistent,
and we're here.
And we're here
in the content factory in our own little space.
In our own little space. How was your week?
My week was good. It was same old. I started working out again.
I saw. You doing your thing, girl.
I
see you.
I'm like, every time I stop working out, I'm like, you know what? What are you thinking about? Like, get back. You have nothing else to do. Like, make your day more exciting. Go ahead and work out, whatever. That was it. We were talking about, because the guys were in here earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Scoot and Warren had put a new sink in the kitchen.
Okay. Handyman.
Well, it's, first of all, you don't start a project like this on a Tuesday night at 9:00. He just decided, okay, let's go ahead and put the sink together. He's never put a sink together before.
At 9 p.m.?
At 9 p.m. Not 9 a.m.
Okay.
But 9 p.m. They hadn't even eaten yet, okay? Yeah.
Okay.
Kitchen hadn't been cleaned, so I'm like, my neurotic side is like, don't fuss. I'm like, you know what? You guys have at it. But they did a good job.
Did they
put
really?
it together. The only thing...
Do you have to mess with the knob to turn it off? I knew it.
The only thing is the knob, like the hot water, the knob doesn't flip the right way, and the hot water you have to pull towards you instead of like to the left or the right.
My dad did the same thing. Hey, listen.
He said it works.
It works.
So I was like, you know what? This is perfectly fine by me.
They did good.
They did a good job. Good for them. Yay.
I like,
teamwork.
A good black man doing things, getting his hands dirty. You can always appreciate that,
I love it. But how was your week?
It was cool. Did nothing. I'm ready to get back to working out. Oh my God. God.
I saw Chandra.
Yeah, she's doing good. Her and Morgan, once I'm on the injured list.
The injured reserve.
Right. I'm over here red shirted. They over there, getting their body right. So
good for them, though.
I know, good for them. They're doing
an
amazing job. But I'm ready to get in there with them.
Yes.
I did put out my episode, my vlog for my surgery on
your
YouTube.
Dr. Miami surgery.
I did, and I got some really good feedback.
Good.
No negative feedback. Maybe the people that think negative about it, they hadn't said anything.
Well, as they should not. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah, they can keep it to themselves. They can say it out loud. I don't give a fuck. But I mean, it just is what it is. It was my decision, and
you did what was best for you.
Yeah, what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Essentially. Yeah. Moving on. So we got some hot topics. Oh no, are we gonna do a game? We're gonna skip a game today. We're gonna skip the game.
Skip a game today.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Let's do that.
We don't have to do a game. We got a couple of hot topics. You want me to start with the sad one?
Yeah, please, because I don't want to keep talking about the sad one.
Yeah, it's sad, but I feel like it's going in the right direction. Even though it happened, we can't take back what happened. So what we're talking about is 20-year-old Dante Wright was shot by a 26-year veteran Minnesota police officer during a traffic stop.
Yeah.
This is now being ruled a homicide, which is a really good thing. It usually takes longer. But Kim Potter, I'm guessing.
Potter, yeah.
Mm-hmm, who said she accidentally used her gun instead of her taser.
A 26-year veteran?
Yes, 26, and she was the trainer for the new police officers. But you're the one that accidentally used. Okay.
Yeah.
I digress, right? She has been charged with second-degree manslaughter. She has also resigned
To save her butt, right? And her
to
pension,
save her
right?
pension.
Right.
Right. Smart ass.
I mean, I get that part because you
Of course.
you do want to try to salvage whatever you have left, but at the
Right.
same time, you knew you did wrong, and I don't think there is anyone that does not know that that was done on purpose.
Absolutely. I mean, and I think people are speaking out about it. And that's
Right.
the great thing. That's the reason I really wanted to bring it up. I know we are tired of talking about the
Our people
injustices
getting killed.
of our systems and, you know, how they're not working for our communities. But this right here, it kind of shows some progression in the community, in just as a whole, not just the Black community, but the world.
Right, and just like that young man who was accosted and who was harassed by that military veteran in the neighborhood, they did not take that as they didn't
face
take it
value.
like
No.
right. They took to the streets, they took to his home, and they said, you know what, you're not going to do this to us.
Exactly.
And
And it's
we've
not
had
just the Black
enough.
people.
Right.
It's not just the African American community coming together saying, hey, we're tired of this. It's
everybody.
Everybody.
Right.
Saying, look, you are, you know, doing this and you're publicly. It's not like Emmett Till, how they, you know, did the dirt behind the scene and you just found Emmett Till. Like, no, y'all are
Blatantly cameras
doing,
in your face.
Don't care. Doing your bull.
But that's that privilege.
Oh, absolutely.
There's no way. We have to coach our children on how to go into the world. They go into the world and do whatever they want to do, how they want to do it, with no repercussion.
You bring that up. So I think he was 61-year-old white male.
Drugged the police officer.
The police dude. There was no taser.
No nothing. No physical force.
No physical force at all.
He got away scot-free. He has his life.
He has his life. Meanwhile,
there's a 13-year-old little boy.
Yes.
Killed.
Murdered. There's a 20-year-old killed, and his parents got on the news. Oh my God. In their interview, I was in tears. I literally was in tears because I mean, we both have children. You have a son. So I know it definitely affected you much more than it affected me.
I don't even
a different way.
I don't listen to I'll see that something's happened, and then the first thing I do is pray. I'm like, I do have to pray for the family because I don't ever want that to be my kid. I don't ever want that to be my husband, my brothers, my nephews, any man in my life that I love. I never want that to happen to them. But I get so traumatized, and like my anxiety just builds up to the roof if I see this. So I try to stay away from that. I make sure that I'm abreast of it and I know what's going on, but the videos I'm not watching.
Yeah, I haven't watched Dante's video yet. I'm probably
never gonna
won't.
watch it. Yeah.
But just because I'm just so tired, not only of Dante and the police violence, I'm tired of all the violence. Recently, I've just been, you know, so close to so many people that have been, you know, murdered or have passed, and it's just so much. When you've gone through all of that,
it's exhausting.
It's draining.
It's mentally, physically, emotionally
draining.
Just spiritually, exhausting.
Yeah. And you just don't want to deal with it.
And we have to do better. I mean, I know it's crazy times, and I know people are just, they feel like they don't have an outlet. They feel like they don't have anywhere to go. They don't have resources. They just feel like they're boxed in. But I just feel like there has to be a better way than
what we're doing.
The progression that we're going in now.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like some things are progressing and some things are not. So,
but that's the cycle of life.
That's it.
It's like it's always going to recycle and perpetuate the same scenarios over and over again, but it's just going to be a different time.
That's it. So hopefully, this is a really good start to Kim. The officer being charged.
Yes, for sure.
And we hope that the George Floyd trial goes in our direction. So we're hoping these things, you know, definitely can affect the community and
Yes.
and how we deal with or how they deal with us, how the police
Yes.
deal with us. It would definitely change some things if these people were to be charged. So
I hope so.
we'll be keeping up with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you got?
Okay, so have you heard of the situation in LA County Beach in California with the black couple who owned this strip of land in California for it was like 100 years ago?
No.
Okay, so it was this black couple, Charles and Willa Bruce.
Okay.
They owned this strip of land in California. It's called Bruce's Island now.
Oh.
And they were essentially ran away from their own property because, of course, I can't even say Jim Crow. It was the KKK.
Wow.
And the white individuals who lived in the area, they didn't want to see affluent black people prosper.
Right.
So they were giving them hell. They were giving them hell. They were giving them hell. And then finally, the city told them they had to sell the property, but they didn't even want to give them a fraction of what they wanted for the property. So now the city is trying to, I guess, right or wrong, and find the family and make sure the family gets that property, and which is
like their descendants.
Their descendants, and it's valued at $75 million. But they said that from that time that the Bruces owned the property 100 years ago, they could have had generations of millionaires.
Wow.
If they kept that property, if they would not have been ran off. How crazy is that?
Let me make sure that ain't my granddaddy. Dang. That is dope.
That's dope. But how crazy is that to be black and wealthy and affluent, and then white people would see
Just
that
take it away.
and then take it away from, and you can't do anything about that.
I mean, that's the same thing, when they try to come in and they gentrification.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
And they
yeah.
take these people out of their home, like in New York, they take them out of their brownstones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They try
it's
to
the
buy
same
him out,
thing.
and then they try
Yeah.
to force him out. There's a documentary on Netflix. I can't remember the name of it, but I love watching documentaries. But they had a documentary speaking about how these big companies will come in and basically force the elderly residents out of their homes.
Yeah.
And
And they've been there forever.
forcefully put them in like nursing homes, and they
Wow.
don't even know it.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
That's crazy.
That is insane.
That's
But
why-
I thought that was dope that LA County is kind of trying to right
Right
the
there
wrongs.
wrong. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I want to be a
like that.
Bruce.
I know. Let me make sure that I'm my granddaddy.
So silly.
Girl, listen. I know you've talked about being fully vaccinated,
Yes.
and I'm coming for you, right?
Come on.
Okay, so CDC and the FDA
Oh,
reports
God.
say that Johnson & Johnson vaccine has caused rare blood clot
I know.
cases.
Okay, so
First of all, I'm not touching nothing dealing with Johnson & Johnson.
Since that baby powder.
If you can cause daggum cancer, I'm sorry. Is it cervical cancer? Ovarian cancer.
I think
I'm sorry.
it was ovarian cancer.
Ovarian cancer. I'm not touching nothing
No.
from Johnson & Johnson that has to do
Were
with
you
the
ever
vaccine.
told? Wait, we're going to go back to the vaccine. But were you ever told to put powder down there when you?
Absolutely. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell you, I'm so old school. When I used to take a bath, not a shower, but in a bath, I would put powder on my bed. They said it make you sleep better. So listen, I was really
Right
messed
underneath the
up.
sheet,
Yes,
on
I
the
was,
mattress.
I was really messed up when Johnson & Johnson was giving folks ovarian cancer.
Right. You're so silly. But shout out to my cousin for telling me that don't get Johnson & Johnson when I was first deciding to get the vaccine. Because my cousin Jara, her my aunt is a nurse. And she was like, my mom said, don't get the vaccine. Don't get Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you do anything, don't get Johnson & Johnson. I was like, okay, because I was nervous initially about taking the vaccine. So I was just talking to her, and she was like, no, don't do it. Because I had set up an appointment in the city, and it was Johnson & Johnson. But then I had set up another appointment in where we went? Clanton? Was it? Where was it? Camden. In Camden. And I was like, oh, I need to talk to somebody. I was like, Lord Jesus, I don't know which one to
Yeah.
get. But I had just so happened to call her, and she told me, she was like, don't get Johnson & Johnson.
Listen,
Because they trash.
Nobody had to tell me. I already knew. And I have one of my best friends. She's an optometrist, but she told me a long time ago because we both used to like put a little powder down there. You know what I'm saying? You want to stay fresh. Women, we have to stay fresh, okay?
Why did they tell us to put powder down there?
Because you don't
moisture.
sweat. It soak up the moisture.
But in the summertime, you sweat.
Right.
But they be all cakey.
But at least you went stanky.
That's true.
I'd rather cakey than stanky. so I mean, but she told me that there's other powders that does not have talcum.
That talcum. Mm-hmm.
But I didn't know that.
But we grew up on J&J.
J&J, you know.
Baby
I
oil.
think we still buy. I think I still buy for like baby showers, Johnson & Johnson.
I do baby oil.
But no, I do now. I've gone towards I forgot the name of it. It's expensive, but I forgot the name of it. It's a different. I don't really do Johnson & Johnson anymore because you know they have those little baskets.
So, did you watch the Red Table Talk with Bobby and Whitney? I mean Bobby and Whitney. Lord have mercy.
Oh, rest in peace, Whitney. Oh my goodness.
The Red Table Talk with Bobby and
I did.
Jada.
What was he talking about?
He was just talking about his life with Whitney and the deaths of Bobby Christina and Bobby Brown Jr.
Okay.
And
Bobby Brown Jr. dead?
yeah,
When?
he died a while ago, like some months ago, like 6 months ago, I think, probably 5-6 months ago, or maybe more. He died of a alcohol, cocaine, and I think fentanyl. Yeah, and he was talking about how he was just a recreational user. And he wasn't like an addict. So he just had the wrong kind of drugs. And I was like, man, this man has gone through so much trauma. His ex-wife died the way she did. His daughter died the way she did. His son died the way he did. And he was just talking about, Jada was asking them about how do you get rid of these generational traumas? Mm-hmm. And he said his parents were alcoholics.
Wow.
So he I think he said he's been clean from drugs for 19 years and he's been clean from alcohol for about a year.
Okay.
Because he said his body starts shutting down from drinking so much. He was like, he wasn't even drinking to get drunk because it wasn't doing anything. He was just waking up drinking, just whatever, drinking all day, every day. But it was such a good documentary. He was so vulnerable. His wife was beautiful and vulnerable.
Oh yeah, I love her.
And I just, Bobby Brown is definitely, we got to give him his flowers while he's still here because he is a legend.
He really is. I mean, they
love
tried to
him.
put what happened to Whitney on him. And I don't think that's fair because, you know, even
was her brother.
Yeah. Well, you know, even her family came up and said, look, Whitney is that type of chick. Like,
right, but her brother had came out and said that he was the one who introduced her to drugs, and everybody thought it was Bobby Brown. And just imagine living with that stigma that people are thinking that you did that to her.
But did you hear, but I don't know if it was Bobby that said it, but they said that Bobby was like, hell, she was more heavier than me. Like, she put me on for real.
I did not know that. Look at that.
I know.
But just imagine that hurt.
Nick, I forgot Nick passed as well.
He died too.
The same thing. Like, I just really, I hate that drugs, you know. I think a lot of black, not just black families, but you know, we joke and say, but all black families have that one uncle, or you know what I'm saying?
Got that one person.
They got that one person in their family that you just gonna know they're gonna go missing every now and again, you know. But I hate that family dealt with so much trauma, and it was around the addiction of drugs or alcohol.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Because his wife was saying that they lost Bobby Christina, they lost Whitney, Bobby Christina, his son, his mom, and his dad.
Wow.
And how that just makes him so emotional. And Jada was talking about how this is the first time that she's seen him sober. Because
Wow.
before she used to see him and he was high.
I
But I love his story. I think he is a legend. I give him his flowers while he is here because he's an amazing individual. And it's something to watch too. I think you should watch it for sure.
I have not watched it, but it's definitely on my list.
To-do list.
Yeah, this weekend. I'm definitely going to watch it. Yeah.
Why, Ready to Love. Come on too, girl.
Girl, did you watch the last episode?
Yeah, with Chris on there. That's the one when he came back.
Yeah. They brought him brought him back out. What do you
Yeah.
think about it? Do you think this episode really has a really a variety of good looking men? My God.
Yeah, this season really does have that AJ.
That AJ,
The guy from New Orleans.
Yes, I think those are the two that really caught my eye.
Yeah.
the one that thinks he's so smooth, that's always trying to tell, I'm gonna take you
Oh my
here.
God!
Oh
on
my
these
God.
trips and all this. Boy,
Oh my
sit
gosh.
down.
I'm gonna be like, listen,
But they
you
just
got
like-
to go. Right,
No.
right.
They
Bye.
should have been got rid of him.
Bye.
They could have kept the postman for that.
I know.
He would have gotten better.
He probably wouldn't have. But the guy, the
Maybe not.
teacher, the teacher, the one that played like pro basketball, I think.
Yeah, the teacher and the girl
I just
whose
want him
son
to get
was.
some braces, but that's neither here nor there, because I can't get.
Okay,
like,
so I was like,
yeah, I can't get over his mouth. Like,
I
I
don't
would
think
be
it's the braces.
listening.
I think it's the gum.
No, he didn't have braces. He needs some because he has an overbite, and I can't get over
His bite.
to even see him. That's so sad. I know.
So superficial.
It is, but listen, that's going to be a part of our topic.
Conversation, yes.
Yeah, appearance is a big part of it.
Appearance
I don't
is.
care what people say.
Because you're initially attracted to someone,
right.
for the most part, by their appearance.
Yeah.
Their personality can attract you, but initially,
Initially, it's the appearance. It's the
is.
first look. Like, ooh, you know. And then, if you become friends, that's how, they say you become friends with people.
Right.
And then you're like, oh my God, now I see them differently, because I've gotten to know who they are.
Right.
But initially, it's always the appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What your fine is.
What your AJ fine is. It's fine. Chocolate is.
Is with that little, he got a bald chocolate head with a full beard.
Oh, like dark beard.
Yeah.
Oh.
With his broken.
Broken. she said it's a joke amongst my friends. El Cheapo.
You in a group text like that.
Because we have plenty group texts. Oh, and we'll screenshot somebody in a minute. Did you see her? She
Girl.
knows she knows she had surgery up here talking about she done went to the gym. You
I
ain't been
did.
to no gym.
After I was healed.
After you right. Which takes us to our next topic.
Hazel E.
Yes,
Girl.
That's not fun. It's not funny. We're not laughing.
We're laughing because we're in sync.
Yes.
But honestly, I feel for her.
Yeah.
My heart goes out to her. I wish her well. I wish her a full recovery.
Mm-hmm.
But for those who don't know, she went to Turkey to get plastic surgery. And I still don't know Dad's laughing, but I still don't know the whole reason behind her
Going all the way to Turkey. Okay, so did you see Brandy get on and all that crying? She is mentally ill, isn't she? We're going to pray for her. Dope Girl's going to pray for her because she is mentally ill.
Wait, why you go to social media crying? Nobody knew you had anything to do with that.
Because she's mentally ill. She has to let y'all know she has something to do with it.
I guess. Thanks.
And then
You made me aware.
Right. No. Why? You are a full celebrity. Why did you feel the need to have to go to Turkey for a mommy makeover? Ain't nothing wrong with the mommy makeover. First of all, you were already made over before you became a mommy. So you shouldn't give a daggone what anybody says at this point.
And that's why I'm like, you know what? If you want that, that's fine. But love yourself too. Mm-hmm. Love yourself too. Like you just had a baby. Like love on your flaws for a little bit. Like let your body just do its natural thing for a little bit.
And it's hard to feel that way when you're in the public eye. You know, it's so much pressure to just be back to yourself and your old self and just, get back to TV size,
Because
and
it's unforgiving.
yeah, it's very unforgiving.
Yeah.
So I understand. You know, hey, you got a lot of regular ass women out here booking their appointments 6 months. They 6 months pregnant, and they booking their appointments 6 months out of having their baby.
Don't even know what your snapback.
You don't even know what it's gonna
like.
look like. But you done booked your appointment, and I'm not mad at it. Trust me,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
But I get it. I just don't understand why she risked her life and go all the way to Turkey.
I don't know. But
Like,
what Brandy had to do with it? I guess she told her about the doctor.
Yeah, she referred her to the
Okay.
doctor. And
Don't you supposed to do your own research?
you are supposed to do your own research.
Right.
But I just don't understand. You live in LA. Why would you
You got
bypass
the
LA?
best of the best.
Right. Why would you bypass the best of the best to go for cheap?
She could have got that black guy who did the lady who did the gorilla glue hair.
Yeah, she look good. She pregnant. She's still doing her TikToks. You should. She's listen.
You watch her TikToks. You the reason why she got a blue check.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Listen, I hate it. I really do hate it for her because now she's botched. Now her breasts are gone. Now, you know.
Well, she said the doctor did a good job of reconstructing. I saw her videos or part of the videos, but she said the we caught a glimpse of the
He wrong. Destin put a picture of the Gorilla Glue girl.
And
then wait. So he got a video on YouTube, right? So it's just showing whether I guess she did some TikToks. They put it out. They compiled her videos, right? But you know how they have ads on YouTube. Why was the ad Gorilla Glue? They're so petty.
Do that. They petty.
They're so petty.
They super petty. But Hazel E, I hope you recover well, girl.
Yeah. I mean, because mommy makeovers are everything. Like, I just had mine, so I'm not opposed to mommy makeovers. You do what makes you happy, but you have to be safe. You have to do your research.
You have
know
to do
what
your
I mean?
research.
So I hate it for her, but I pray that, hopefully, she heals like she needs to. And if she decides to do anything else, she stays her butt in the United States.
Or don't do anything at all, girl. Learn your lesson.
Listen, we are talking about Hazel E. Hazel E was botched from the beginning. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it 100.
I hope that this is an epiphany for her. Because
I hope so, but some women get addicted to it.
If I almost lost my life,
you would think that would. Yeah, that's true.
I wouldn't go back to it, but I don't know. To each its own.
To each its own. Yeah, we hope she does. She took her daughter with her, so I don't know. It just didn't make sense, but we hope she heals well.
Yes. Look at that little baby.
I know, she's so cute. Oh my goodness. That's a beautiful family. She did choose a nice. He's not nice cute, but he's like
supposed
baby.
To be cute.
Yeah, he's like making a baby cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna get good features, good hair, but he's not somebody I would want to lay up with. But hey,
I mean, them good features and that hair is not guaranteed.
They are not guaranteed, but hey, they came through for her.
They came through.
They came through
all the way through. They look like twins. Shoot,
they do. I know, so cute.
Yeah, that's it. Do we have to pause this because we don't see no red light, green light? Okay, we're gonna go into it.
So yes, we have a great topic today, and it kind of stemmed from a video you sent me from Nice and Neat podcast with one of my fave trainers. Oh my God, Duke.
Your what? Your
fave. You gotta. Yes, hey, Duke is very nice looking, very yummy. Okay, yeah,
he is nice looking. He's a very handsome young man.
Yes, and very well spoken.
Yeah, he really is.
Anyways, so
you lusting over
right?
Snap out of it.
Okay, I'm back. Anyways, yeah. So Nice and Neat talked about the right woman versus the good woman. And we listened to it, and it was very informative for us because, you know, honestly, when we're in a relationship and we're thinking like, man, I'm such a good woman. I do this, I do that. You know, I clean, I cook, suck his dick. You know what I'm saying? I do everything I'm supposed to do. And this nigga still either left me, cheated, or, you know,
Who said that?
won't wife me up. That's women in general,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's women in general. But
Yeah.
what we don't understand is, are we the right woman for that man?
Right.
And it's the same for us. It's not just are we the right woman for that man. Is this man the right man for us?
Right.
So that's what we're gonna talk about.
Well, how would you know if the man is the right man for you until you've like gone through some things with him? Because on the outside, it may seem like, oh, he's a good dresser, he looks nice, he has a beard, he has straight teeth, he has a nice job. But how is he if a conflict occurs? You don't think about stuff like that. You think about like the superficial stuff versus the things of substance, right? Or do you think that most women do that?
No, of course. You know, I think most women have a checklist, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we're mentally checking off our list as we're going through the, you know, relationship. Whether it's just a relationship we're just trying out, you know what I'm saying, or a relationship we like, look, this is the man. We are literally mentally checking off our list, whether he look good, whether he's supportive, he's a protector, he's a provider, he's loyal, he love God, he got pretty teeth, he got pretty feet, like whatever. I don't know. Just we got a list.
All the list.
Yes.
But is he gonna be anything on that list?
And he may be everything on that list. But he may not do shit for us.
He may not support you emotionally
like you want to. Come speak, preacher.
That is so silly. But it's true though, because you want someone to support you emotionally. And I'm gonna give case in point because I always talk about me in school. Like his emotional is different than my emotional.
Right.
And being married to him, I had to understand that we have to kind of communicate in a way that each other can understand.
Right.
And I have to understand his way of communication as well. So just because his emotional does not look like the emotional that I want, I have to understand when he is being emotional.
Yeah.
And still acknowledge that because I don't want to dismiss him from being emotional, right?
Right.
So I get what you're saying.
And, you know, I think when we have this list, we're looking for this man that we can build this great life with, right? We want a family. We want to make sure. We were just talking, the white picket fence, the dog running
the pool
around
in the back with the guest house.
Yes, we are visualizing. I'm sorry, our life with this man,
right?
But the difference is once you get into the relationship, now you're thinking about, well, shit, is life good?
Right.
To me, that's the difference in, is he a good man or is he the right man?
So do you find that in dating that women tend to look for the good for now man or the right man?
They're no. I think they're looking for the man that's going to go the long haul.
Right.
We're not looking. I think men, on the other hand, are looking for the right woman.
Right.
You're not going to catch many men that just want to get married.
No, you're not.
Right?
Shout out to Des.
Shout out to Des. Yes. He found the right woman.
Yes, and he wanted to get married.
But most men are going to look for the right woman. That's why they're going to go through these good, as Duke and, you know, the rest of the cast of Nice and Neat podcast was saying, you're going to meet so many good women.
Right.
A lot of them are going to be good. They're going to be loyal. They're going to cook. They're going to clean.
Yep.
They're going to love your mama.
Yep.
They're going to love your kids if you got outside kids.
But do y'all have that energy and that
connection? Do you have that connection?
Right.
Like Duke said, it's something, those intangibles that meet your intangibles, and you just don't understand what's going on.
It's like a magnet, and you just cannot separate the two. You can't make sense of it.
Yep.
And it may not look like what you thought it would look like, but it's what you know you need.
Yeah. To keep going.
Yeah.
And then it's like, can I really not see myself with this person?
Right.
Like, how do I feel about them being with somebody else?
Because if you get upset about that, you know you don't like those thoughts. So if you don't like those thoughts and you don't want those thoughts in your head, you know you're not going to want that. I can't imagine myself with anybody else other than my husband.
Yeah.
And I would hope vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know he wouldn't because he don't even like people. So I'm serious. He don't like people.
I mean, we just gonna put it out there. Grace, like, you are fine as hell. Like, he
stop.
better not.
Thank you. He's so silly.
He's not gonna do better.
He's
Period.
not at all. Period. Thank you.
Yeah.
And neither was Sean.
And
I don't care. Neither with you, Sean.
right.
I drop kick you.
I mean,
I'll find you.
A good man to me is definitely subjective.
Yes.
Right. It's what you feel like a good man is.
Right.
What you're attracted to. Mm-hmm. We were just talking about that. Attraction is very.
It's the first impression.
And it's very important. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? We can have a conversation and it can be like, okay, cool. We are, you're fine or you're nice looking, but hell, I can't. You dumb as a donut.
What you say?
Right. Like, you won't shut up. You won't let me get a word in.
You know what? I would not want to date in this day and age.
Yeah.
Because if you text me wrong, if you use incorrect words, like you could spell don't. You don't have to put D-N-T. You could have put that O in the middle.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, not at your age.
And you know what? It's so funny. If I ever had to go to dating, oh my God, I would probably be horrible.
Why?
People would be like, you are so awkward, because I probably wouldn't know what to say back. You know what I mean?
But
like,
you know how to start a
texting.
conversation. So
I would think I do, but I mean, being in front of a guy, I'd probably be like,
okay,
freezing.
a guy that you like.
I probably definitely freeze.
Okay. But just like a guy in general, you would still freeze?
Now being married, I can talk to whomever because I'm not looking for anybody.
Right.
I'm not looking for those connections,
I feel the
right?
same way.
But now if I'm taken out of that realm and I'm looking for a connection, I feel like I would probably clam up.
Yeah.
I probably would clam up. And I'm not even that type of person.
I don't think I would.
I don't know. And you've also been
In the dating
in
world.
the dating world.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I'd be like, yeah, let me put my
my little Stevie J.
let me dust this off real quick.
Oh my gosh, I'm so weak.
But I love my husband, and I'm not going to be back in that day world. Hell no, y'all could keep that shit. I do not want.
Yeah, it seems like it's hard in these streets. I don't know if I ever had to go back to the dating world.
And you
I
in
probably
COVID.
wouldn't go. I probably would be single as a dollar bill. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time for you niggas.
Have a drawer full of vibrators.
Listen, vibrators, or I'd be like, Sean, I know you don't like me right now.
Right, but
I'm
we know
horny,
each other.
dude.
We got history.
Right. I know where you, I think I know you. And look, we can get this. Just knock the dust off that pussy.
Right. Just knock the dust off. Real quick for me,
right? I think another thing is making sure you guys are equally yoked.
Yes.
Like, I mean, to us, of course, we're Christian people, so equally yoked means a lot to us. But mostly, it just means making sure your morals align. And
okay, so you said that your parents have been together for 40 plus years, and
Right.
they're old school. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if you saw what the game had posted.
yes, I did.
Okay, so for those
JC Hunt is
I
my baby
know.
daddy. What you mean?
I know, Zini.
My Z.
but for those who don't know, he tweeted, maybe I'm old school, but my woman ain't paying no damn bill, no rent, no mortgage, not a car note, not no nails, hair, clothes, phones, or groceries. If you taking care of home, cooking, fucking the shit out of me, life on me, period. It's old school mentality.
That's why he's zaddy. But
you go ahead.
listen, I'm not an old school girl.
Yeah.
That's why, people may look and I may be a certain way towards the outside world. They may think, okay, me and Sean are a certain way. We've been together for so long, but I'm not super traditional. I'm getting into some of those traditional ways. I'm cooking more, doing those things. But honestly, I'm a modern chick. Like, I want to work. I want to follow my dreams. I don't want to just be in the house. So I feel like that's kind of what the game is requesting of me.
I think, honestly, and I thought differently.
Okay.
I'm thinking that that's not an option because he also said, hold on, I'm gonna bring up something else he said too. Because he talked about that the woman or I guess having their own. He was like, why she got to pay half the rent? She's giving you half the
Right. Come
box.
on now.
He was like, niggas killed me since the beginning of time. Real men have always taken care of shelter, providing, protecting. And if you ain't got it, go get it. But he also said, everybody different, but it's not him. He was like, his woman is going to have her own. So if she wanted her own, then she can have her own. But he's just saying he is going to provide whatever she wants to save up for herself. She save up for herself. So if she's a woman who likes to work, that's why initially I didn't take it as he was saying, you stay home, cook and clean, stay barefoot and pregnant, and doing all those other things. But I just thought that he was like, if you want it, I'm gonna give it.
And I honestly didn't think that way as well, because the mother of his children, she's a principal, a teacher or something, and she was on, I think
they had a TV show.
Right? So he allowed her to be
We don't want to say that word.
I mean, you're right. But he did, when she chose to stay with him, you know what I mean? He allowed her to be her, is what I'm saying.
Right.
It's not like, oh, he's letting her do it. Right. But he just allowed her to do her.
To be her own individual.
Yeah, to be her own individual. Now, the reason they broke up, I don't think had anything to do with that.
Right.
But, I'm with him. Yeah, I think they do have a really good friendship. He looks like a guy that he may be a hoe, but
he gonna take care of you.
He gonna take care of me. Like, which one you gonna take?
He gonna be the ex that you call and be like, that's the one you call and say, hey, look, just
have some dick, please.
We ain't got no strings attached.
No strings.
You can go home, whatever you want to do.
Right. I mean, just let me give him some,
right?
But yeah, like I think that's how my parents, that's how I grew up. Right. I saw my parents. I think we were speaking earlier, and Stock was just saying that people back in the day, the husband, the husband came and brought the whole check to the wife,
right?
And that's traditional. That's traditional, So I get that
these days.
Personally,
right.
This is just LaDonna talking, right? I ain't about to be with no broke nigga.
Right.
I'm just not at 33, not at 34.
Once you get to a certain age, it's like you really do have to provide more than substance. More than substance, though, because substance is what I want, for sure. But at the same time, I want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Because if I'm used to that, I'm not about to go into a situation where it's like, you asking me for
right
half of the dinner.
Now I'm not saying that I'm not going to do my part. I'm not going to step up. I'm just saying I want you to say or to show that you're going to be able to be a provider to me and our family.
Right.
And then I'm going to show you, baby, I got your back.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. But I'm going to show you even before that so you know why you're supposed to be a provider for me.
Listen, Sean can't ever say that I don't I've never had his back. Right. You know what I mean? Because we ain't been where we were 10 years ago.
Right. It's not the same.
Right. It's not the same. But I'm saying today, now, at 33, going on 34, I will not be with a broke guy. I'm not building with you.
No.
You got to be built, sir. Yeah, you will have to be built.
At this point in life, we have to be established.
You would definitely have to be established for me. Period. Ain't that what JCN said? Period.
Period.
Man, listen, so
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you know any women, or do you know of a scenario where you know of anyone that you know, a family member, about like if they've chosen a guy that was good for them on paper but not good for them in their real life?
Plenty of times, but I do have a friend that has disclosed that she was talking to this guy, and she kind of like fell in love with him, and she was explaining it like, I was just friends with him. We were just cool, and we had this relationship or this friendship, to say. I'm not gonna say relationship, this friendship. And then she said, LaDonna, I kind of like found myself when I went to sleep, I was thinking about him. Yeah, when I woke up, he was the first thing on my mind, and I'm like, what in the world? Like, this is just my friend. Yeah. And then, he would like, she said he would, like, I guess undress her life, like tell her about herself.
Did you think that was game though? Did you think he was running game on her?
I don't know. Maybe she didn't think it was.
She didn't think it was.
I'm sure she would have told me, or she wouldn't have allowed herself to fall in love with him. You know, but for a man to kind of see you beyond the facade,
right,
and still love you, right. I think that is something totally different. Like, that's a connection that just can't be touched or broken.
That's soulmate connection.
That's a soul tie.
It's
like,
you told me about soul ties, but I hadn't even looked into it. I'm gonna have to look into it.
And we're gonna have a good episode on soul ties once we research it a lot more.
Okay.
Because it's really good.
We're gonna have to bring in someone who knows about it too.
Yeah. Absolutely. But I really think she was just like, I had to drop my entire facade when it came to him, because he wouldn't allow me to
be
fake. Yeah. And she was just saying, I'm so used to having to be poised and to be perfect around other people, because that's what they expect when they see me. And they see this person, they're like, oh, she thinks she's all that or whatever, but he didn't see me like that, and he still loved me through my flaws. Like, I was like, wow, that's some deep shit.
It is deep.
Yeah, that's some deep stuff. Yeah.
But does she want to be with him?
I think she wants to be with him, but I think at this point, we haven't talked about it since. But at the time we did talk about it, it was just like, you know what, if I never be with him romantically, he has to serve, like, he serves a purpose in her life. You know what I mean? And I will take it just as what it is, just to have him in my space.
Insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Honestly,
I can imagine.
I think that's a real true love.
It really is a real true love, and to experience that, I think is every person's dream, because I don't really think everybody experiences.
I don't think everybody experiences that either, and that's the sad part, because I mean, a love like that's a strong connection.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do you believe the right person can be seasonal?
I absolutely believe the right person can be seasonal.
And I think a lot of times when these people are married for like 20, 30 years, I think that's what happens,
Right, because they were different people.
Yeah.
In their prior life, and maybe they did not grow together. Maybe they grew apart. Maybe they are growing in separate ways, but still are amicable and love one another. But just know that maybe it was good and convenient for the time that we were together, and then now it's like, maybe it's not.
It's not.
And that's okay.
Right. Because people change.
People do change.
And you have to be okay with that person that changed. And sometimes I think people really settle because of history, because of if they've been together for 20 years, if the kids are gone and y'all don't know who the hell you're sleeping with, and you're totally different at this point.
But I also think that's a good time to kind of reintroduce one another to each other,
start
right?
Back dating.
Yes, start back dating. If you're empty nesters, or even if your kids are older and they can watch each other, right? And you don't have to worry about getting a babysitter, and you guys could just say, hey, let's go on a date night real quick, or let's do something fun together. Because I really think that instead of thinking about growing apart, that maybe there is something there, but you were too distracted by raising a family and growing a family, and you did not know each other, but maybe you you find each other now and you like each other.
Right.
Maybe you don't, but
Maybe you don't. But you
have to give
try.
it a chance. Yeah,
you have to
yeah.
try. You have to try. Another thing I think that separates a good man from the right man is being able to have a conversation, being able to communicate with that person on a different level. Like, sometimes if you can't communicate, if you can't have a conversation with a person, that lets you know, like, it's not maybe the right person. Or
because you do want to grow over. I mean, you don't have to be chatterboxes with each other all the time,
Absolutely.
but you do want to have a conversation like that's of substance, that's of value. I mean, you don't have to have a deep conversation every day, but playful conversation or just like, hey, guess what? Oh, you saw what such and such did?
Right,
just like
right.
stuff like that, just to keep each other engaged. But if you're just like, hey.
I remember like back in the day, man, me and Sean in high school, we used to fall asleep on the phone.
Oh, I miss them days.
I'm telling you, like,
you just be talking about nothing.
Absolutely, talking about nothing. Like, just falling
you
asleep.
watching TV, he might be watching TV.
Oh, y'all just breathing. Y'all just breathing on the phone. Yes.
Talking about what happened at school.
Yes, man.
The good old days.
Those are really the good old days. Does your man help you grow?
Mine personally?
No, not yours personally. Just any person, because I don't want to bring our relationships totally into this, you know what I mean, because we've been with our spouses for a while.
Long time, yeah.
But
I think in any relationship, a man is supposed to help you grow.
Yeah.
If it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, just any aspect that you need growth in, I really feel like your man who you want to be in your life is supposed to help you grow.
And is he feeding into your purpose, right?
Right.
Is he in the potential? Is he hindering your potential in life?
Right.
You know what I mean? Is he trying to box you in, or
is he helping you?
Or is he helping you?
Right.
Right. Supporting you.
And that help could come in many forms. It doesn't have to be financially.
Right.
It's like, hey, do you need me to pick up something? Do you need me to help ship something?
Right.
Like, do you need me to bounce off ideas?
Right.
Like, that's help.
Right. I for instance, when I was getting my master's, I had a total infant. Like Parker, I don't even think was 6 months while I was finishing up my master's degree. And I remember one time I had a paper due, and Sean came in, do you need me to get her? And he came, because I remember like typing papers with Paisley, with Parker, like rocking Parker, And one time he came from work and was like, hey, you need me to get her while you finish your paper? Like, that's support and that's help,
Right.
So, yes.
Because it gives you that time to do what you need to do without distraction.
Right. And it shows me that this person really cares about me succeeding and being where I want to be in life, and not just where he wants me to be.
Right. And their commitment to you.
Right.
Yeah, and your dreams. Because if he didn't care about that, he wouldn't care about whether or not you got the paper done or not, right?
Right.
So, yeah.
Another thing I think about is, can I be vulnerable with or, I think women should think about, can you be vulnerable? That's going to dictate whether you're with the right man or with a good man. Good man, you can just, hey, he's good, he's loyal, he's there, he's always, have a good time. Right, he's going to always be there.
Right.
Like Duke, they said on the podcast, a good woman will be good for any man.
Yeah.
Ain't
she'll
that
cook
crazy?
for any man.
Yep.
She'll clean for any man.
Yep.
She'll go pick up your laundry, your dry
She'll do that for
cleaning.
any man.
Yes.
Yep.
Because she's a good woman.
Right. She's a good woman. You have a lot of good women out there.
There are a lot of good women.
Yeah.
There are a lot of trifling women too now.
Yeah,
Let's not get it twisted.
No, it's a lot of trifling women, but it's a lot of good men, but it's a lot of trifling men.
I mean, it goes both ways.
It goes
on both spectrums.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So you just really have to, listen.
You're so silly.
Yeah, you really have to put into perspective what you're looking for opposed to how you feel.
Right. And like you say, I mean, you can be vulnerable with you can't be vulnerable with everybody. Let me say that.
You can try, but that connection is not going to be there. It's not going to feel the same way.
You can be vulnerable with someone and they may not care about what you just said. And you just had a vulnerable moment with them. But you could be vulnerable with another man who is actually interested, hey, tell me more.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of men might listen to it, like, oh, them niggas don't exist. Yes, there are men like that do exist.
They are. And you would feel that way with the right woman.
Yes, absolutely.
If a man tell you that, oh, niggas don't do this, he would do that with the right woman.
Yes.
He may not do it with me.
Or he may not just feel comfortable doing it, but just try it. You know what I'm saying? It's like just step out of your comfort zone, because you don't want to box yourself off from having a good woman, because it goes both ways. Because like you said, Duke said on his podcast, it's like they were talking about the opposite end of the spectrum. So yeah, it goes both ways.
So I got a quick question for
What's
you.
up?
What makes you a good woman? Or the right woman?
Me personally?
Personally.
Girl. Why you ask me that? That's a question you would have to ask my husband.
And that's a good question, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, if I'm thinking for myself, I feel like I'm caring, I'm thoughtful.
Yeah, I can say all of those things, but he may find something completely different than what I think.
That is exactly what I was getting to.
Yeah, because I think that I am all of these great things, but he may love me for something
that I don't even think is great. Like,
right, he may love me because I rub his back every night.
Right,
and I'm thinking because I'm such a loving and caring person. Oh, that too, but
yeah, I'm when you ask a woman like, what makes you a good woman or the right woman, they'll start, I'm sweet, I'm loving, I'm supportive.
You're supposed to be that as a human being.
As a human being, right? But your spouse or your significant other is probably going to be like I'm thinking about Sean. I'm probably, hey, the way I love our kids, the way I take care, stuff like that. And then he might be like, no, dude, it's the way you like break out in a rap in the middle of nowhere. Like, I think that is stupid sexy, or I can really relate to you, or we connect.
So it's nothing that we think, it's everything that they think, and vice versa. He may think that I love him for a completely different reason than I do. And
I love that. I love that about finding the right man versus a good man. Yeah.
You got the good man or the right man?
Hell, I got both. I got both.
Good answer.
Cha-ching, cha-ching. That was good. Yeah, I mean, that podcast, I listened to the entire. Did you listen to the entire thing?
I did listen to the entire thing. There was some really nice looking young men.
Duke was really, I couldn't even look at the other men. Duke was everything. Yeah, he, yeah.
Him and his partner are really, they're sweet.
They are beautiful.
They're a beautiful couple.
My God.
Yeah.
Ay.
What does she do? Or she just
she's just beautiful. I don't know. I don't know if she could be a total engineer, a doctor. I wouldn't give a two craps. Couple, though. But they are a beautiful couple together. Yeah. So I really enjoyed the entire his entire segment, or their entire. It's not just
it's
Duke,
not just his show.
Okay.
I know you just all about Duke.
I know. Girl,
just imagine somebody be like, this dope girl Grace, and you be like, nope, LaDonna's a part of this too.
Right. Okay. The whole podcast. They
don't know their names.
Nope. Don't know their names. I just know Duke.
It's nice and neat.
Yes, it's nice and neat podcast. Y'all go check them out. But hopefully we gave you guys a rendition of the woman's perspective.
The two dope girls version.
Yeah. So that was cool. We got a girlfriend talk, don't we?
We do. Tell me about it.
Yes, season 6, episode 21. Party over here. Joan was feeling herself at this point.
Joan was like, she an A-list celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
She was not messing with Maya. She wasn't messing with Tony.
She didn't care about being late for Tony hearing.
Girl.
She was
okay, so before she got late, or before she arrived late to Tony's hearing, she was at this Hollywood party, right?
That she was overdressed for, clearly. Cute dress, but overdressed.
It was a cute dress, but she couldn't breathe.
No, she couldn't. I couldn't breathe, and I'm watching her on the TV.
I was like, my God. I mean, she looked amazing.
Perfect.
But they thought she was a prostitute because she was just like, she was too much.
She was.
Okay, so she arrived at this party. She didn't have a good time. She didn't know anybody. She got drunk. Mm-hmm. And then she ran into Derek.
Yes.
So Derek is the guy that she dated when she first started the J Spot.
Right.
And he was some kind of industry guy, right? Mm-hmm. Magazine guy. Got her a cover of a magazine. They They dated. Then she met Javon Davis, the basketball player.
The basketball that didn't care anything
didn't
about
care
her.
Nothing about her. And she was just like all fixated because Javon Davis, he likes me. He wants to take me out.
Right.
He played her the first few times when they went out because he took her right back home.
Right.
But he invited her out, go to whatever, meet his parents. So she's thinking she's in love.
Right.
She's not. But fast forward.
Yeah.
Because she went on a trip or something.
She was supposed to go on the trip, right?
She probably double, triple booked herself.
She did. Okay, so on
Because she was
this
messing
episode,
with that little comedian guy.
on this episode, the guy, I think his name is
Derek.
He came back with flowers. I'm not sure what he came back from, or he was trying to. She got an award.
She said she was sick. She lied and said she was sick.
Well, no. She didn't. She didn't lie. She said she was sick. She said she was taking her friend. She was taking Tony to the party.
Right.
And then he showed up. He said, I just wanted to congratulate you.
Right.
And I didn't want to be in your space.
Right.
But I just wanted to come and tell you.
Congratulations. But fast forward, he caught her in a lie at her house.
He did.
That's when he bought her flowers because she claimed she was sick, but she was trying to go with Javon.
Yes, she was trying to go with Javon.
And then she got caught up with the other little comedian guy.
Because she was supposed to get on the jet with him.
To go to Aspen.
Right. She was doing too much. She was doing too much. Too much. But Joan has a record of just picking
the good
not
guy.
Good.
Or not even the good guy, but the
just a guy. maybe the guy she thought was right for her. Like Brock. I think Brock was right for her. Brock had that intangible thing that we couldn't even put our
enchanted love that they talked about. But he didn't want no babies.
He didn't want no babies.
She still don't have no babies.
She should have left. Should have kept Brock.
You in the same situation.
Right, you in the same. But it is definitely an example, and she is truly a really good example of always having that good man, but can't see past, him just being a good man,
right.
So
he had to be perfect in what she wanted to
she
see.
needed, and she knew that she needed something else,
right?
And she felt that,
right?
And that's why she kind of continued to move on. Right. I think I talked about that a couple of weeks ago, where I was like, "Listen, Joan was not for settling.
No,
she was not going to settle with just a good man.
She might have been crazy,
yeah, but she was on to something,
yeah."
So
she wanted to find that love, and that's what she was chasing. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. She just was all over the place with it. Do you think William would have been her soulmate?
No,
they were perfect. But
they were
together.
quirky. But I think they were perfect friends.
Like they knew
each other's love language, which was
they would have
the
been,
craziness.
Yeah, they would have been perfect together. But
he ended up with Monica. But
on this episode,
he tried to chasing her. I know
he tried to pick Monica again, and Monica was like, "Hell no, dude."
Well, she said she changed her mind. She wanted that romantic love, right? Yeah. So, I mean, it's okay to change your mind. At first, it was all about business, and now it's about I want love.
And I think of women, we do that. We tend to do that a lot. Yeah. We tend to choose, especially if the man, really shows this deep interest in you. You may not be super interested in him. And we may be like, damn, he's a good guy though. I could get over this.
I did that.
You're not the only woman though. I have plenty friends. I have plenty friends that have done this. Yeah. They just I can. This is something I can get over. He's willing to be with me.
Yeah.
I'm going to get with somebody that I'm.
Not that part of the spectrum. I'm thinking you saying if someone was willing to be with you and they were what you wanted, but you just saw a flaw in them.
Oh no! Yeah. So you're saying that you have been with someone?
Oh yeah, I've been with people that I'm sure would have been a good match, but I was like, But I was young too, so
you weren't looking for anything. No, but when you found, and I think
the Lord just punched me in my face,
punched you in your face, and he's been, and I know we had conversations, and you was telling me that he's totally different from the guys that you've dated in the past.
Completely,
but he was
never
right
the list guy.
Yeah,
he was never the guy.
Right.
Everything that I'm not gonna say everything I didn't want on my list, but there were things that I was. He was a smoker. He used to smoke Black and Milds when I met him. I'm not even lying to you. And I was like, I would never date a smoker because that's the nastiest habit ever.
Right.
So, but when we started dating, I was like, you got to quit.
And he did.
And he quit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the right one for you.
And I guess
I
he's
love
the right one
that.
for me.
I
I'm the
love
right
that.
one for him. He's
Yeah.
the right one for me.
Vice versa. I love it. I love it. Yeah, this was a good episode.
It was.
I know.
I enjoyed being here with you.
Of course.
In the Content Factory.
Content Factory has given us a whole vibe.
Yes.
Yeah. Episode 25.
In the books.
In the books.
Yes.
Where
So
can they catch us?
if you guys want to find us, you can find us at Two Dope Girls Podcast. We have a website. I don't even know if we even tell the people about the website, but it's Two Dope Girls Podcast.
At G. No, I'm saying how do I email?
The website is Two Dope Girls podcast.com.
Yeah, my bad.
If you guys have any questions, inquiries, if you just want to say what's up, hit us up at ask2dopegirls@gmail. That's ASK, the number 2dopegirls@gmail.com.
Yep.
You can hit us up on social media, IG, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Two Dope Girls Podcast. And you can hit me up on IG at Grace Face with 2 underscores.
You can hit me up on IG at Naturally Pretty. You guys make sure when you're listening to our podcast on the platforms that you are you're leaving a review.
Yes.
Whether it's a good review, bad review, just let us know how you feel about us, what you want to hear.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's on YouTube, like she said, at 2dopegirlspod@gmail.com.
Yes.
Send us
Ask Two Dope Girls.
that too. What she said.
Somebody's going to get it wrong.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but you know, let us know what you guys want to hear. You know, we're trying to get better at this. We're trying to grow in this industry, and you guys are definitely helping us.
And we're not going anywhere. So
yeah.
get used to it.
Yeah, that's it. That's
All right.
it.
Until next week.
Until next week, 2 Dope Girls out.
Bye, you guys.
Dope girl, dope the dope girls, dope girls, dope the dope